Yo, hey, what's up guys? Today I give you another reason why you already subscribed to the channel and also you wanna subscribe to the channel, because at the moment I'm on the test server and I made something incredibly nice again happen. We will use our, what's his name again? Packmaster, right? We will use him for a Yannicka team with a Usefull, and that will be like super nice. It has certain setups and everything is a little bit specific, but that is mostly the case in my teams, and we will take a look why that is actually happening and stuff. And I want to kind of give you a reminder that Plarium already came around and said they're gonna change something about Hydra. We don't know if it's fixes for certain champions, we don't know if they changed the mechanic that maybe other champions have also insane damage or something. We don't know anything about it, but you should be aware of that. If you do, for example, copy something what I do right now and later on it's not gonna work anymore because they fixed something or they changed something around, but at this point in time it will work for you and we will take a look. I did it on hard mode because I do not have the stats on the certain gear parts what I have right now to make it actually work on Nightmare. I probably could make it work on Brutal, I don't know, but yeah, I just went on hard to test out, and later on, of course, 100% I will put out like other teams that work on Nightmare and stuff, but first testings are always like that, so you guys can get the information really quick. And also I wanna like it would be awesome of you guys if you hit the like button. That is super important for my channel to actually grow, and I think I can say I do crazy stuff on the channel every time there is something possible. I'm probably the guy who actually is giving you the information, doing the crazy stuff. And so it would be awesome if we get like to 1,000 likes, and that would be super appreciated. But now let's talk about the team. Many people ask me like, can you put out Emic in there? And I mostly said no, because it is true. We didn't have the mechanics before. The thing about it is right now we do have a 3-turn cooldown on a 2-turn duration on Taunt. That is super nice. That is basically the only champ that can do it. I know Mythical, I kind of forgot his name. I got him on my account right now, but I forgot his name. He basically has the same, but it is harder to reach and the fusion is always up for everybody. But it actually makes it work. So usually we went like this. Let's put out the champions in there so you guys kind of understand why everything is set up where it's set up and stuff. Emic and Nia. So it worked like that you basically reset your Emic and he will get the taunt on endlessly, and also he will reset the other champions. That's why we also have just 2 buff extenders in there, and it works. Usually you need 3 to sustain the buffs all the time, but we went with 2 because Emic is gonna reset all the time, so they basically do just main skills. And you cannot just go in there and put the Packmaster in here and then it will basically work for you, because then we are in a certain scenario where we reset our taunt champion, Packmaster in that case, and he will get the taunt up all the time, but our buff extension is not high enough. Like we need the other champions, and we need 3 buff extenders, but we cannot afford to put 3 in there. That's why we're basically going in there and putting a Painkeeper in there and making our, I hope that's not right, well, that doesn't matter, but we're making our Packmaster really slow, so he will get minimum 1 reset after he takes 2 turns, and then he will get minimum 1 reset about the Painkeeper. And the Painkeeper will also reset the buff extenders. And yeah, the buff extenders, they are on a 3-turn cooldown, but Painkeeper is on a 4-turn cooldown. So basically that is not possible that he comes all the time in and resets those 2 champions, obviously. But that's where we're gonna use some tricks in our arsenal. For example, just putting our Painkeeper in a reflex set, and he will basically reset his skill sometimes. I totally wish, like I wish I had more of those juicy merciless, where is it, things right there, but I only got 1. And again, I'm on the test server. I think I got a couple more on the real server right now, so it's kind of unfortunately, but I cannot do it. But it's also working with just a reflex set on your Painkeeper. It's also cool, I can show that off, but totally recommended is Merciless and Reflex together. And also, we will put our Krisk and Usefull. I will show you that in a second. Also in Reflex and Merciless, because we basically need to buff extend every second rotation on when they take a turn, and that will mostly happen, sometimes not. But with the Painkeeper, for example, you come in between and reset them without a Merciless set. But if they have Merciless and Reflex, they're gonna reset their own skills really easy more often. And I'm gonna show you just Usefull 2 that he has like a Merciless and a Reflex set right now. And that's kind of why my team is not the best in the world, because I don't get the stats on them to actually make it on Nightmare right now, because those sets are totally necessary. Maybe you can rock just one Reflex set on each of them and it would be okay, but it is more RNG on the end. You will see what I mean. And so on, yeah. And basically Yannicka is there to do the nuke down, you know how that works. And Duchess is there to get the perfect Veil out there and some buffs, so we can actually get, our Usefull in that case. It is hard a little bit in here. Krisk is not totally necessary, like, to be honest guys, he's okay, you can change him around and stuff. It's just if you go on Nightmare, for example, you basically want to have Krisk. If you go on hard mode and stuff, Anchorite or something, Mikage, maybe Demifa, something like that would work, and you should be okay. That is no problem. But we're gonna jump into the run in a second when I actually put out the preset. I will show you the preset quickly. It is basically like that, but later on your Packmaster, it is on right now because it gives us a turn meter, and it is super nice, so we can actually be faster. He will be our speed lead, so we actually also faster in that case. But later on, if you go into manual phase, you don't cast that anymore, because you don't want block buffs in that scenario, so they can actually get the shield and stuff, so on. Also, Krisk does only use his one skill. Duchess is basically just doing that one, but I opened up that one too, why not? She's just doing a once all the time. Here is an opener and don't open up that thingy, because reflex and stuff, so it always goes into the reset skill. And also Usefull is just casting it once right now, but to be honest, I haven't done it in my run, but you should actually use that skill a couple of times more, the intercept, to go on your Shyek, Packmaster, Packmaster, I forget his name all the time, but you want to recast it on your Shyek all the time, because, not all the time, but the taunt goes 100% all the time, and not the taunt, the fear, the blue head will put a normal fear on his normal attack, will put it on your Shyek, but if you put intercept on him, it does not matter. Alright, let's jump into the run. The good thing for me right now, it is on full auto. But it doesn't mean that the setup could be a little bit better and stuff, and on the beginning maybe a little bit of manual would get your skills ready better if you like wait a little bit on your Painkeeper to do the reset and stuff. But like I said, you want to kind of recast the intercept on your Shyek a couple of times because of the fear. I already explained that one, and also keep in mind that I have a different rotation on the test server right now, and we do not have the red head right now. But also on the live server we do not have the blue head at the moment. That I think, if not, I'm sorry, but I think the blue head is not up there, and it also could give you another team, for example for Nightmare, because you never have to kill a head or face the blue head. Then for example the Duchess doesn't need to be in here anymore, because you can do it in another way, for example like a Bronko or something. Just a quick reminder. But the rotation is different. The red head will do mostly more damage on your shield, and it's harder to do. But we already showed that you can do Nightmare stuff with certain champions and the right setup. But if you can't do Nightmare, then also you can feel free to... We got our buff stolen, that's not good. Let me just restart it quickly. That is a thing that could... Wait, on which stage are we? Let's go on hard. Maybe I mixed up something right there. But the rotation is different, and the red head will hit you really hard, and it is just how it is. It is just a thing about stats. On the end, nothing else counts than stats. You can do it, we already proved it, and now I'm giving you a little bit of an overview how it's gonna look at the beginning. And your Painkeeper. that is basically the guy you want to take a look at. He's doing A1 all the time. He's increasing his own turn meter the most time. And that means he is kind of being the fastest right now. On the beginning, he wasn't the fastest, but with him spamming the A1, he will be. So he is in the most danger of losing his buffs. But on the beginning, it kind of is RNG based, that you get your buffs all the way up. For example, in my video later on, I think I got my buffs up to 10 or something. So it is technically rising, but on the beginning, it can fail for you. Like it goes downwards in one of your champ. Most of the time Painkeeper in my scenario is gonna lose the buffs because he's just too fast, and the reset of the Merciless and all those things didn't happen at all. And yeah. Also you can get your buff stolen like you saw in the beginning. It is kind of unfortunately, but it is how it is. You cannot do anything about it. Somehow if you can put a dog in here, I don't think so, then you could be safe about the taunt. Even if you got your buff stolen, the taunt will never be stolen and everything should be okay if he can survive by his own on the end, if he doesn't have the shields and stuff anymore. But if he can still survive, everything should be okay. And yeah, is there much to talk? We are raising our shields right now up to the limit, and I think we just should jump into the video right now. Okay, we reached turn 130 something and we are about to do the thing. Just a quick reminder that I want to tell you that you don't want to recast block buffs at this moment in time when they want to receive the buffs and stuff. And also I kind of saw that it is not easy. I think the only guy who can beat the target at the moment right here is Usefull, because he can go up to 10 buffs and then yeah, he could be another target for it. But on the end you have like Packmaster, Chris and Usefull in here that will share the targeting system, and then it's gonna be RNG if he's gonna be attacked. So on the end you probably don't want resistance on your Usefull anymore, or maybe we find another setup and stuff. That shouldn't be the hardest problem in the world, just another champion for Chris or something, and then it could be possible. But yeah, just Usefull in my case is the only guy that can get his buff stolen, because everybody else has like 9 buffs and the rest like Chris and stuff have 10. But yeah, they stole our buffs by 3%, or yeah, I think my Usefull has a little bit too more resistance, so it was 3%, but it is cool. He stole the buff, so I can show you everything is okay. We're gonna increase our buffs and stuff. But later on, if you wanna do like a double, like 2 billion damage and stuff, it's not gonna be so easy. We have to think a little bit about a little bit of a different setup and stuff. That's also where you guys come in, and everybody who has like ideas and stuff, let me know in the comments. We will think about it and see if we can like make it happen. But yeah, there we did the blow up. It was 1.2 billion like always, and it is possible to do a Usefull team with our Packmaster right now. And I hope really that deserves a like on the video, because I had a ton of work to do on this one. It is not so easy just to think about it. It is not like I came in here and I said, Emic and Packmaster goes in there and everything's okay. No, I was kind of doing Painkeeper and Packmaster, other taunt loops to get the feeling about it and stuff. And on the end, we got a team that also can do over billions of damage. If we find the right setup, it can go like really, really high on Hydra clashes. But now, let's go and jump into the gear. So let's start on the Packmaster. He does have a Guardian set right now, and he's really slow. That's what you actually want to have. And also, it is super important that you check your live arena bonuses, because right now I'm on 137 and that number is counting on the end. If you want to use that team right now and you want to build your Painkeeper, the Painkeeper must be minimum double as fast as him, or it will not work. He won't be in time to reset his skill and stuff like that. But the live arena is super important, and also you want to have resistance on him so you can actually tank the mischief. And yeah, it is just nicely done. Masteries are like that. I went to resistance and kind of couple things in here. Nothing too special, nothing that boosts my turn meter, so everything should be okay. I put in lightning cage on him, but to be honest, you don't need it. Like it's super not needed. Like, it was just because of other things I was testing around. I probably should have done that a little bit different on the end, but it is how it is. So Painkeeper, already showed you him. He is in a reflex set. Those are his stats. And he must be minimum double as fast as your Packmaster. I already said that. And also like he just making him stable. Like defense is more important than HP, but I kind of had him like he was and it was okay for me. But in the end, if you go like nightmare stuff without a Krisk or you're facing the red hat or something, the defense is more important than actually his HP. And also he does not need anything else like accuracy and resistance and stuff. That's why we got the block debuffs in there. That's why we actually have to skip like a bunch of resistance, and then you don't actually want your champions having resistance, so they can actually steal the buffs and stuff. Yeah, it's just nothing that boosts my turn meter in here, just a couple notes in here. That is basically boosting my turn meter, but it will not come in effect because nobody is dying, so he is always like in this speed range and it will stay all the time. Who else do we have? Let's go on Duchess. Yes, let's take a look at the masteries. And also, oh wait, that was actually the wrong sector of the masteries. Yeah, that's what she got, nothing too special. Also Spirit Haste right there, but like I said, it's not coming in effect because nobody is dying. Also, we do have the stats like that. Wait, let me put it on Hydra. And yes, those are the stats. Basically defense more worth than HP in those kind of scenarios. And yeah, nothing too much to talk about her. Who else was in the team? Yannicka. She does have a broken set right now. I didn't know. I just took her in my team. She was able to do it and I kind of never check her gear. But of course, use all your gear, more defense and stuff on the end. Okay, if you use the shield set, it is kind of an awkward position. You want defense and HP and you know how it is. But our Krisk is basically doing the same thing. So yeah, you know what I mean. Awkward position if you use a shield set. Let me put it on Hydra again. Like those are the speed, not the speediest in the world. I probably would make her like 250 around. Sometimes it is nice to make your Yannicka really fast so she can actually go twice, but really fast I mean like 250-ish, like that she goes in the same turn order than I have mine. But just, yeah, that she maybe comes back around and does another hit or something. Masteries are like that. Also a big tip is if you use Yannicka and she gets her buff stolen, and you have a blood shield ring and you blow them back up, she gains a ton of a shield back. It is not the biggest in the world, but you technically can just re-grow it, and stuff like that could be used on your Ironclad too. For example, if you use something like that. And yes, that was all about her. Let's talk about Krisk. Like I said, Merciless and Reflex is kind of a must do. Maybe it's gonna work on Reflex for you, but it is a little bit harder to make it work on the beginning, that you grow your buffs over and over, and you kind of know what I mean. It's just a little bit more trickier. The stats are like that. Wait, let me put it on Hydra again. So basically they're all around 250-ish. Yannicka wasn't as fast, but then everything will be okay. You build your base core on 250-ish. And your Packmaster on 125-ish. Okay, maybe the Packmaster and the Painkeeper are mostly important about that one. It doesn't matter, like just, yeah, I think I already made it clear that just your Packmaster needs to be half as fast than your Painkeeper, and then it should be okay. The masteries are as following. Resistance and nothing that boosts my turn meter. I kind of have that one. That is totally fine on your champions, like your Usefull on the end too. Like a 5% chance to resetting the skill is okay. If you have another refresh accessory right here, for example, I think I don't, then totally bring it. It is okay on your buff extenders, like totally, it is even better. That's what I kind of want to say. And also like on Usefull, If you have another refresh in here, that would be nice, but merciless and reflex again, because it is super important. I kind of made the point already. Hydra, and he is, yes, he has his stats. In my scenario, I wouldn't put him on resistance anymore, because he's basically the only one who can get his buff stolen in this scenario, because of Chris and all those things. We have to like optimize everything a little bit better, but at the moment I wouldn't put him on in resistance. Wait, this is the wrong champion. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm sorry. So again, it's basically the same. Refresh, put it on, reflex and merciless, and the stats are like that. Wait. And yeah, he's 270. That is nice, but also, yeah, the resistance, I wouldn't put it in there. You already know what I mean. And the masteries are like that, nothing that boosts my turn meter, but also that one could be actually be used in that kind of a scenario, because we are kind of depending on refreshes all the time, and it is super important. Wait, let me check who else is in the Panky. We had Usefull, Yadika, yes. I showed you the preset, and I think that will be everything about this comp. I really do hope you guys smash that like button so I can be a little bit more motivated about it on the end. If I do stuff like that, they are super complicated, but I just want to get it done because it's just super cool, and we all share, like, we all just enjoy what I do on the channel. And yeah, anything to say? No. That will be the end of the video, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.